I got overconfident there. Varric, we killed Red Templars. You better like that. There we go. That's what I thought. Wait, how did I get healed? Oh, that's right. The sword has heal on kill. I forgot I did that. I was like, wait a minute. I haven't used a potion yet. Hold the phone. I know I fought some Darkspawn over here a minute ago. Ow. Are we fighting a bear? Again, though, I wonder if I have to get the kill to get the heal, or if it will happen as long as the group gets a kill. Canary Battle Axe. Okay, in any case, we have done most of the Storm Coast. Alright, let's go on to another project. We'll have to get that dragon later. He's too scary. Where's Valroyo? Alright. What's her name? Lady Montelier wanted me to meet her there. Can knock that out. Montelier. What did Varric call her earlier? Ruffles? Because of her shirt? Lady Ruffles.
So the mages are back in line, and the Templars are mad as rabbits.
Disaster is what it is, and you know it.
There's one of the only houses.
More men show up at the manor.
Cullen is ready to report in. What's up, Ruffles?
Do you know where this noble wanted to meet us?
I do. The Comte Boisvert invited us to his mansion, not far from here. I pray he clears up the deaths of my messengers, as promised.
Let's go.
Lead the way.
I got an energy barrage with his name on it if he looks at us wrong. It's gonna be Tails and Valroyo of the Inquisitor up on a roof just going, oh! Thunderbolts and lightning. Oh
Welcome.
God, one of those guys. What is this fashion?
Thank you for seeing us.
A clown mask and a diaper on his
Your name
head?
is mine. Please, sit. It's an honor to assist two such distinguished guests.
You can't even drink that with that mask on.
We appreciate your help, Comte.
The death of Lady Montelier's servants must weigh heavily on you. Have you heard of the House of Repose?
The Assassin's League?
My contacts obtained a copy of a document in the archives. Contract for life.
The House of Repose is hereby sworn to eliminate anyone attempting to overturn the Montelier's trading exile in Orlais.
Who's sending these assassins?
The contract was signed by a noble family. The Du Paraquets.
But the Du Paraquets died out as a noble line over 60 years ago.
Indeed. But the contract was signed 109 years ago.
How can a family try to kill you after they died out?
The Du Paraquets were our rivals. They drove the Monteliers from Val-Royaux. This contract was drawn up over 100 years ago, but it wasn't invoked until I tried to overturn my family's exile.
Unpleasant though it may be, the House of Repose is merely fulfilling its contractual duties.
Okay, is it bad that I've got some respect for the House of Repose? They're like, yeah, you know, to the letter. They paid for this, services rendered, let's do it.
If the people who wanted your family dead are gone, why are the assassins still after you?
A contract is a contract, Inquisitor. Our Legion businesses live and die by their reputations. The entire guild's welfare would be endangered if an agreement was tossed aside on a whim of time or fate.
She's quite right, Your Worship. The House of Repose is doing what it feels necessary. By its standards.
I assume you have a thought or two on this, Josephine?
The Du Paraquets still have descendants under the common branch. If we elevate them to nobility, a Du Paraquet could annul the contract on my life.
That will take time, Lady Montelier. Time during which the House of Repose will be obliged to hunt you.
Will they now? You are exceedingly well informed. You're not to have said you'd heard rumors, at best.
A bit of subterfuge. This contract on your life is an ugly business. One the House of Repose deeply regrets.
This is an assassin.
But this is Orlais. Even an assassin's word is his bond.
Does Comte Boisvert actually exist?
Absolutely. The Comte's offer to reveal the killers of Lady Montilier's messengers was genuine. So was his information somehow. An end to be tied up later.
I'm guessing the actual Comte Boisvert met with a fatal accident.
Comte Boisvert slumbers in a nearby closet. Nothing more. The contract on Lady Montilier's life is so unusual, we felt the courtesy of an explanation was in order.
It is appreciated, monsieur.
Your idea to seek out a Du Paraquet to revoke our orders is an interesting one. I wish you luck. I did not come to shed blood today, Inquisitor. Only to speak. Might I pass?
Why warn us about your contract and let us go?
In Orlais, it is only decent to inform those involved in a contract when extraordinary circumstances conspire.
And the guild's reputation would suffer if you ignored the contract. I quite understand.
Thank you, my lady. May we conclude with my departure?
Killing him's not going to solve anything. It's just going to make a big scene in Val Royale.
Go, then.
Good day, Your Worship. My lady, I pray we never meet again.
Well, I didn't think our meeting would end like this.
We'll deal with these assassins.
I have some thoughts. Let's discuss them back at Skyhold. I'll feel safer with the castle's walls around me.
Do you hear something?
Oh, goodness. Comte Boisvert, is that you? The lock's been broken off. We'll find a saw. I realize the cabinet is quite valuable, Comte, but surely... A locksmith, then? As you wish.
Affirmative muffled yelling. Pleased muffled yelling. I like how we could ask Varric to pick the lock, but we're totally not going to do that. Was there ever a Comte Boisvert? Yeah, he's real. He's over there asleep in a cabin. His information was real too. We're gonna kill whoever gave him that later. Okay. Anything new with you?
Looking for someone to talk your ear off?
Nope.
I think I can oblige.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Vivienne in a long time. I'm trying to remember how to reach her. She's up there.
Complete. Well, how about that?
Who designed this place? I'm so confused. Where's the stairs? Solus designed your home. That freaking egg! I knew it.
Here is the request, Harry.
Oh wait, research.
Are there any special instructions?
1000 XP. Hi, Twix. There we go.
If you require any assistance,
She's like, if you require any assistance,
continue your training in your
go
off
muck
hours.
yourself, because she won't talk to me.
Knight Enchanter.
You've made such intriguing design choices for the castle, my dear. They must be inspired.
Thank you, Vivienne. I'm glad you approve.
When things have settled down a bit, I will take you to Val Royo and introduce you to my seamstress. And appearances are important. We can't have you mistaken for a commoner.
Quite right. Give me the poshest, boostest, goosiest seamstress you can find.
I suppose it's important to show that we're an authority to be respected.
Not just respected, my dear. Awed, feared, aspired to. You command an army of the faithful, outfitted by the coin of the nobility. You must be a man who the common folk aspire to be and to whom the nobility bow.
That's quite a lot for one person to pull off, don't you think?
It is a challenge all great leaders must face, Inquisitor. As the stories of the Inquisition spread, more and more people will wonder if you are the man they say you are. They will question what they've heard, but they will believe what they see. They must see someone greater than legends.
If that's your standard for me, what does the Divine have to live up to?
Andraste and the Maker cast very large shadows. The Divine absolutely must set the example for all Thedas. She must seem to be the embodiment of the Maker to the faithful. She needs the authority of the Maker and the charisma of Andraste. It will be no small task to fill that vacant throne. It's a noble calling, the Knight Enchanter. You have joined the ranks of the most select mages. You should be commended. So few have the discipline necessary.
I'm amazing. We are the best.
It was an easy decision to join the finest mages in Thedas.
It always is, my dear. But not everyone can manage it.
Go us, yeah. I'm pretty sure Vivienne's actually not a, like, flirt option. I think it's kind of like Scout Harding, where they just troll you. Where does this go? Ah. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go talk to Ruffles.
I'm so sorry, Inquisitor. I never thought my family's trading status would trap us in an assassin's plot.
You couldn't have known it would lead to this House of Repose coming after you.
It still shouldn't have slipped past me. I've tracked down the last two paraquets. If they become gentry, they can annul the contract on my life. We'll require a noble from Val Royo to sponsor them, a judge to provide documents, a minister to ratify them.
It's so like you to take the longest course of action, even when your life is at stake.
I assume you already know everything about this mess.
There is a faster way, Josephine. The original contract on your life is in the vaults of the House of Repose. If my agents infiltrate it and destroy the original, the assassin will have no obligation to chase you.
Liliana, please. I want no more bloodshed over a personal affair.
Don't be so stubborn, Josie. How long will it take you to gather these favors in Val Royo?
If destroying the original contract will satisfy the guild, I say we do it.
But I'm sure my plan will work, Inquisitor.
Whatever happens, I'll assign you more guards. The House of Repose won't be idle long.
I appreciate it, but I still believe elevating the two paraquets will solve this. First, we need to perform some favors in Val Royo. I'd be happy to discuss where we could begin.
Destroying the House of Repose's contract operation is now available.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
I don't know if I've got any agents available right now, but I could see if I can send one. Have you seen Solus's paintings? I've been in that room. I haven't been and looked at him recently. I was correct. Spreading word that the Inquisition was allied with Grey Wardens meant messages of support poured in. With the treaties in hand, we've managed to secure new recruits and donations of both gold and equipment. The commander will make good use of them. Griffin robes. Servus performed as he said he would and has gotten his hands on a collection of priceless Tevinter artifacts he dug up in the western approach. Got a belt of focus. That is not a priceless artifact. Let's see. House of Repose. Oh, there's so many things. Celebrate the dragon slaying. Word is spread about the dragon the Inquisitor killed. 2. A note from Josephine. Tell me you sent soldiers to collect the grisly remains. We have nobles clamoring to see the head up close. I should have anticipated this.
What happened in Adamant is a shame. I'm still reeling over the army of demons. Imagine what would have happened if the Inquisitor hadn't arrived.
Gawking is for peasants, but it becomes civilized when done with a glass of wine in one hand and a fan in the other. And another from Ferelden signed Heron. My associate Wade is known throughout Thedas for his talent at capturing the glory of the Draconic in the armor he makes. The scarcity of... Oh, Dragon Scale armor! The scarcity of dragons... Wait, Wade? Wade from Origins. Dragon Scale means that Wade is all too rarely afforded the chance to work in his chosen medium. But here's a solution. Wade shares his expertise with the Inquisition in exchange for the dragon materials collected so far. Wade and Heron are troublesome, but his talent is undeniable. Send them whatever dragon materials we aren't using ourselves.
Inquisitor.
I remember Wade. Reparations for Redcliffe. A letter has arrived stamped with the seal of Redcliffe. As the Inquisition has assumed responsibility for the Mage Rebellion. What? That's not exactly what I said. The Arling of Redcliffe holds you accountable for the losses suffered by our people while providing hospitality to your mage allies. A freehold in Rainsfur was burned to the ground when a mage inside lost control of his abilities. 2 farms outside Redcliffe Village suffered crop loss and structural damage due to frost spells. 5 people in Redcliffe Village were injured by lightning spells cast by panicked children. Who was Wade? Wade was in Origins, and Wade was like working the forge, and he was an artiste of a blacksmith, and he couldn't work under these conditions. And then there was this other guy at the counter that would be trying to sell stuff. And he'd be like, why do I have to make 30 sets of armor like this? I can't even adorn them. These look like these aren't fit for protecting cows. And the guy's like, wait, please focus. We have someone's already paid for these armors. And you come in and you're like, hey, I got dragon scales. Can you make it? He's like, oh, I'm dropping everything. I must work with the dragon scales. And you're like, how much is this gonna cost? The dude at the counter is like, oh, this is gonna be at least like 500 gold. And Wade's like, I would do it for free if you give me the opportunity to touch these scales. The guy's like, wait! Like, it was just this weird pairing of like Wade, who was just this flamboyant blacksmith, and then the guy that worked at the counter who could never get him to stay on task. Wade hates working for poor people. Wade didn't care about money. He just wanted to like make art. But he was like the best blacksmith ever. I trust this matter can be concluded without the involvement of the ground. Arl Tegan Guerin. I could arrange... Arl Tegan, come on, man. I can arrange to pay reparations. It will require a loan, but we can manage it. Alright.
At your service.
Poor people can't afford artsy armor. Oh, let's see. Should we do the next part of the main story? An assassin is stalking the Empress. Celine's death would plunge Orlais into chaos, leaving it an easy target for Corypheus. At the Winter Palace of Halam Shiral, Celine is holding peace talks with her rebellious cousin Grand Duke Gaspard under the guise of a grand ball. Every noble in Empire will attend to making it the perfect place in time for Corypheus' assassin to strike. We can arrange an invitation to attend to keep him from destroying Relay if we hurry.
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been Emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds, who hold authority over title disputes. She became Empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a Chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most Chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The Chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only. She has organized the elves of Halam Shiral into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress?
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briala could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
Celine is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but...
It seems that our messages never reached her. Someone intercepted them.
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
We shouldn't waste any time. Let's go to the Winter Palace.
I've been wasting time for weeks in this game. An assassin is stalking the Empress. Celine's death would plunge Orlais into chaos, leaving it an easy target for Corypheus. At the Winter Palace of Halam Shiral, Celine's holding peace talks, so they're... yeah, okay, this is the same as the description we read earlier. Alright. Surprised you didn't go to the ball earlier. Hmm? Wonder if Cass, Varric, and Dorian will put on some fancy duds. Acquired formal attire and mask.
Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
I look like the
It is
Nutcracker.
a great pleasure to meet you, Inquisitor Lavellen. The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
I can see many benefits to such an alliance.
Keep the image firmly in mind. We may see it materialize by the end of the evening. I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. Prepared to shock the Assembly by appearing as the guest of a hateful usurper, my lord? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
Can't imagine that crowd has seen anything better than us in their entire lives.
I knew we would get along famously, Inquisitor. As a friend, perhaps there is a matter you could undertake this evening. This elven woman, Briala, I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
Tell me there's more to your suspicion than the elves were acting dodgy?
That Ambassador Briala used to be a servant of Celine's. That is, until my cousin had her arrested for crimes against the Empire to cover up a political mistake. If anyone in this room wishes Celine harm, Inquisitor, it's that elf. She certainly has reason. Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Is that the Inquisitor?
An elf savage! Oh, make her forbid!
What'd you just say?
God's idea of a joke.
Orlesian nobility looks down on elves. The court watches you with a critical eye. The energy barrage button's not working, chat.
Is that the Inquisitor?
It's Danish? No, that cannot be.
You there! Rabbit! Have you seen a ring anywhere?
Rabbit?
It was a gift from the Countess Montbelliard. Enchanted by the Fomari.
Open rifts?
Cannot go into the ball without it.
That's a terrible predicament.
If the Countess finds out, make her have mercy. Should you happen upon it, I beg you, let me know.
Found your ring and I'm keeping it.
Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
You just gain court approval. Usually the result of finesse, entertaining people, or keeping up appearances. The higher the better.
Is this the ring you were looking for?
You are a treasure. I cannot believe you found it. You have saved me a lifetime of mortification. How can I thank you enough?
Become an agent for the Inquisition. I thought that was a monkey for a minute. Winter Palace. Emperor Judicial I commissioned this massive fountain to commemorate House Valmont's historic victory against Xavier Drecon. The 4 lions represent Emperor Alphonse Valmont and his 3 younger brothers, Duke Isidore de Arlesens, Duke Yvon of Savrin, and Duke Stefan of Valmontaine, who took the field against the usurper.
Where has that servant gone? Elves, always shirking their duty.
What do I look like if I turn on... Difficulty friendly fire? No. Interface? Oh, it said I had a mask earlier. Oh no, it's one of those. No. That is not necessary. We're just gonna check that back.